This video, I want to do a quick little rewrite on how our points kind of get decremented. So for example, here I'm on the client. I'll just have 5,260 points. And by the time I purchase the weapon to when the points actually change, there's a pretty long delay. So I press F. All right, so that one was actually kind of quick. There you can see that one had more of a delay. Let me come over here to the door. That one had a big delay. However, when I shoot the zombie, it's immediate. So that's partially due to my not really, well, yeah, I guess call it stupidity, but how I had it set up. So for whatever reason, I was thinking it would be quick enough when you purchase the item to when you would see your points actually decrement when the value gets, replicated down to yourself. But that's not quite the case. So what we're going to end up doing is, first off, we're going to modify decrement points. So we're going to remove our has authority check, like so. What am I doing? There we go. I comment out the log for the points. And then what I want to do here is if has authority, trigger our on-ramp points changed. So then I want to also broadcast our new points event. So whenever we spend points on the client, assuming this is called by the client, what should happen is first the client should, purchase the item, and it'll call this on the client. All this stuff will run. This will fail, and then it will broadcast our new points. So that way it will be an instantaneous change. So whenever we buy something, we see our points change pretty much immediately. And then the server's going to come down and call it. It's going to run everything inside of here. And it is going to, one, because the points variable is replicated and the server has authority over it, it's going to correct it in case the client tries to cheat it or anything like that. But at the same time, this is it's going to trigger the on-ramp, which is going to essentially just do the same thing. So it's not really a big deal, but it'll kind of try to correct any weirdness, I guess. That makes sense. So the server can do it too, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm probably off on this because I'm dead tired. I've been sick for about a week. So now we need to go to our wall weapon and change how that's set up. So I want to do this first with just the wall weapon, and then we'll move on after that. So first thing I want to do is I want to remove the has authority check. So if player do, everything it needs to. Because we also want to call this on the server as well. So I kind of want to change up how we interact. So from our interact, I want to call the function from the client and the server. Not zombie character.cpp. What I want to do is I want to go ahead and call interactable. So let's picture we're on the client. So I want to go ahead and call interactable so that this use function fires it, does everything, alters our points pretty much instantaneously. We don't necessarily want to do this portion where we do give player weapon, because this we want to happen on the server. So if has authority, spawn the weapon and give it to the player. Otherwise, we don't do anything. But then we want to make a call to the server. So if we do not have authority, so if we do not have authority, we want to call server interact. So that way it will fire on the server as well, hopefully. I'm going to compile and give this a quick test. I feel like I could honestly clean this up by doing this stuff inside a super. So let's Go ahead and relaunch the editor. Alrighty. I feel like this freeze takes longer and longer each time. There we go. See what happens. So I purchased the weapon, and it happens immediately. So it went from 5,000 to 4 to, yep, so that is costing 600. Test with ammo. We still have that delay, so we just gotta change up how that works. But the weapons, they are purchased, and the ammo changes, I mean the points change immediately. Let's go up here to purchase ammo. He has authority check, like so. Call refill ammo. So to weapon base.cpp. Go down to refill ammo. I think that's near the bottom. Fill ammo. Is this a client RPC? Oh, yes. So we call refill ammo. So this should be happening on the server. Okay, here it is. Okay, I see. So whenever we purchase refill ammo, we are going through. We're not doing any authority checks, so we're setting the current ammo to the max. That's what we want. We're the server. Let's assume we're not because we're the client. The else statement is going to run. Else statement is going to refresh the ammo widget, showing us the change, hopefully immediately. If we are the server version of it, we go through, we call client refill ammo, which goes through and calls refill ammo again. So that's fine. So let's go to wallweapon.cpp. We should actually be able to just simply leave this and, it work. After this, we're going to have to do the same thing for the door and the mystery box. I think that's pretty much it. This takes forever. I wonder how many minutes or hours so far out of recording that I would have saved if it didn't actually lock up for 10 seconds. Okay, so we got the M1 carbine. Buy ammo. Purchase the ammo. It's immediate. Confirm that the change happens. So that's immediate. Now we just got to do the door. So that has the delay. We buy the mystery box. Ignore the laggy start. So it has the delay. So we got to work on the refreshing of the widget for the mystery box, but that'll be done later in the as a little bug fix video. So let's move on to our door. Weapons are good. We have barricade.cpp. Go down to use right here. Authority check. So if it has not been used and player is valid, go through, perform everything, do a check here. So if authority, all of this stuff to run. So, because obviously the clients don't have access to the game mode, so they can't perform this. We don't want it to perform an on-rep by itself. We want to have this door trigger. We want it to happen roughly at the same time as the other client, so I don't want to have the client trigger the door opening animation. So what's inside of this on rep, I want to have the server do that. So whenever B is used replicates, it triggers it to the other clients. So that way, if there's like a somewhat of bit of desync happening, it doesn't look like the client that purchased the door is running through the door. So if they buy it and try to run through it real fast, we don't want to look like they're running through it. Right, so now let's open up our mysterybox.cpp, find our use function right here, our has authority check. So here we want to do it right here. So if has authority, gonna wrap it and compile. So because B can use box and using player, I believe are replicated. And all this mumbo jumbo we called multicast from the server. So yeah, that should work for the mystery box too. Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's check it out. Go ahead and actually set the zombie spawns, the barricade, so that way they're not spawning. Alrighty, purchase, and let me buy something so my points change. 4,400, purchase the door, and the change was immediate to the points. Purchase the box, change is also immediate. Alrighty. Triple check it. Yep, it's the split second I press it. Wait, did that actually take off 950? Or is my math just that far off? Okay, so it is taking off the correct amount. So now we have our points changing on the client immediately whenever we go through and purchase something. So that removes that annoying little bit of lag or that delay that occurs when the client would try to buy, weapon off the wall, ammo off the wall, a barricade, mystery box, and just kind of everything in the future. So that sets ourselves up for just kind of simplicity. And it also gets replicated on the servers, well, from the server to the client as well whenever this happens. So that way, whatever the client actually has, um, not has, whatever the client's value is, it is kind of being corrected or confirmed by the server. So the client's point goes from 5,000 to 4,400, buying like the M1 carbine, for example. The server is going to also perform the same thing, but the server is going to be what gives the player the weapon, and the server also will alter the points variable because the server doesn't know that the client's value of the variable changed, so it's going to replicate it back down to the client. So it's going to make it, if you're the client, you cannot really cheat by giving yourself, points on the server. I mean, points on your client. It's going to show visually, possibly, but it's not actually going to change your points. So, anyways, now that this is done, I will see you in the next one. Might do another little bug fix. I kind of want to go through and improve our mystery box on the client side a bit, so that way it actually shows the correct messages and all that kind of stuff, how it should. But that will be handled here. Oops, stupid me accidentally pressed my recording key and to stop recording. So hopefully that'll be corrected in the future. Yeah, as usual, if you like what I'm doing and you want to help support me, a link to my Patreon's in the description. And if you have any questions or anything like that, you can also find a link to my Discord server down there as well. And as always, I will see you in the next one.